Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hey, welcome back. Well, what I got here is a Kawasaki Bayou 400. This thing's been a pain in my backside because originally it overheated. I put a new cylinder on it thinking maybe that would help it. Well, come to find out, I guess the head was bad. Well, I sanded the head down. It's been a long story. Well, I'm back into this thing. It's burning oil like everything. So I'm going to get into the head. I'm going to put new valve seals in it. I got some other rings to put in there for the piston. I mean, runs great. It just smokes. So that's what I'm working at. Took the plastics off. Now I'm going to jump into this thing. And I'm going to move you a little closer here. And just start taking it apart. And see if we can get it done. See if we can get it fixed, hopefully. So first of all, I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to take this here off here. This is number 12s. I should have these here. Number 12 sockets. So I got the right side. 12. So yeah, like I said, it's been a pain in the butt. This might be a little loud. Oh, gotta go the right way. So I'm going to probably pause you down, put you down, and come back up when I get stuff open. Because I get these long videos and I can't get them to download. So just taking the pipe off, I'll come back to you. Okay, here I got the pipe loose. I'm just going to leave that set there. I'm going to grab and get this carburetor off of there. Got my two here. We'll pop this carburetor, get it out of the way. Let's go over here. I'm going to try to pull this thing out of here. Get it completely out of the way. Alright, now, one thing I forgot to do, which I'll shut you off for. I got to clean all this. Let the antifreeze out. So I'll turn you back on when I get going on the top there. Okay, I got most of that drained out. And now we're going to get into getting this here. I like to use this little, which is loud. I don't know. You might want to close your ears. This little thing works out really good for pulling these off, but it might be loud. Hold on to it. Switch this over. But this makes it so much nicer and faster, especially some of these on top. They're just so hard to get to. Just make short work of it. this one here, I like using my drill too. That speeds things along. When I put these bolts back too, I try to put them right back in where they go. Because I know I'm going to be putting this right back. Oh, there's something in the way. Oh, yep. Let's do the 12. I'm going to have 12 here. Let's zip these off. That'll help me. Pull the other off. I'm hoping. Maybe. Nope. Okay, pull that off there. So just put that right all back together. That's what I like to try to do if all possible, because then there's no guessing where things go. Makes it a lot quicker than putting them back together. So you kind of get the idea. I'm going to be zipping all these off and I'll come back. I don't want to make this too long of a video. Alright, back again. I generally try to, don't put it on top dead center, but it's a good thing if you can put it on top dead center when you're taking it apart. You know, I don't have to, but I like it because then it's right there, right where you want it to be. And I gotta find my other, there it is. Clean all that off of there. Then it just makes it easier going back to it. These magnetics, I like those. They work in here. So here, I got these all loosened up. I'm going to pop this off of here. So I'll come back. You got a little oil thing that goes on top over here, right underneath here, moving you around there, that you got to pop off and move it out of the way. So once I get that and I'll pop that off, I'll bring you back on. All right, here we are. Got you down here. You can see how this one ain't wanting to come out. You can hit it out, tap it out with something. It's a little tough, but it will pop out of there. Kind of bends it over a little bit, but gets it out of there. If it bugs you, you can just leave it in until you pop it out, but I like that valve because it kind of enters. It ain't want to work, then we're going to hammer so I can do something. But there's one on the other side too that you can do the same thing with, pop it out. Let me grab a hammer. Chisel here, just chopped it, not chopping, but you know, hit it out of there. It'll work a little easier. Oh, there it is. Help pop it off too. I ain't gonna fight with that, right? There's another one over here. Well, it just wants to come out with it. We're going to let it happen. Bend this around here a little bit. Because that's just put on there with, you know, just some RE sealant. See there? That's all that is, a little thin line. I put a little thin line on both. And it does real good. Don't need to take much. Well, there's that. And there we are. Now I'm going to line this up before I take that off. See it there? I'm going to ratchet over here. You see that I'm going to turn this. Oh, there it is. Check here, make sure the piston's up. That don't seem to be. Yeah, it does seem to be. So this is perfectly in time. And here's how you know. There's a little mark right there on the cam, a line. And that needs to be in line with that, with this up. That's where you know you're on it. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is buzz this off of here. I had the 10 on there. This off is this is the loud, the time chain tensioner. Let's keep it all together. We'll work on that later. All right. Now, I need to take this. You can leave this sitting on it. Once you get that off of there, you can just pull this cam. Just move it around here and pull that cam right off. And I like setting the cam right back over there. Now one thing I forgot to do, which I should have done, is grab my wire to hold that on there. But until then, let's just do that. Let me go grab my wire. I generally have a number of them sitting up here. Because I deal with them a few times, a number of times. And you gotta watch it. You want to keep this thing taut. Try as best as possible to keep it tight through the process. Because if you relax it, it might come off the bottom down here. Now it's not impossible when this is on to get that on. I've done it, but boy, it's a pain. Well, we're taking it all the way down to here, so it's not a big deal now because it'll be real easy to do once we pull the cylinder and all that off of there. So it won't be that big of a deal. So, but let's see. I'm going to try to position this pipe out of my way so I can start taking these off. These are 14s right there. And just give me I got a ratchet. I got this ratchet here. Now those are 14s and these are 12s. We have our 13s, 12s, or 12s, I'm sorry. These right here. These smaller ones. I don't know why they do that, but I'm going to try to find me a deep well 12, which makes it easier. 11? I got 12 here. 12, there we go. And we're just going to take this thing off of here. Start taking this thing off of here. Loosening this up. That's the head itself. I'm going to gradually just loosen these up. We got two over there. Now I'm going to loosen these up. I don't want these to take all the way. Yeah, hold up pretty good. There we go. Loosen them up. I try to do it a little bit at a time, so they want you to have in some certain sequence. I really never had an issue with not running in sequence, but you know, as soon as you don't do it. So I try to do some kind of a sequence. I'm pulling that off. Yep. I'll pause you once I get those off. I'll come back. Okay, to give you an idea, I use my drill and a huge little joint there, and that just helps pulls it out quicker. Do that all the way around. Makes it easier. See, they don't like to come out either because of hitting that. This one I can get it moving. See, it's loose already. So, this one here's got a hole up through the top here that you can pull through. Seems like they thought on some of them, but boy, some of them seem like, you know, like that one there, you can't get it out. But this is the same motor they put in the Prairie too. This is the Bayou, but it's the same motor they put in the Prairie. I'm going to try to pop this thing out. Tilt it. See, because now it wants to go back down in there. Hang on, but let's try to deal with that, and I'm going to deal with the chain there. Now, chain, like I said, let's let it drop down in there. All right. Wish I knew where all the dang oil was coming from. Look at all that oil. Where is that oil coming from? I need to just put this upside down. So I just dipped it upside down in my bucket there so it'll drain out, because I got to take that off and check all the valve seals and see if they're the culprit. We're going to tail this off, pull this off the cylinder. We'll take a look at that. I'm going to save this. I'm going to put that back on it. But look at all the oil in it. It's like, man, it's just oil everywhere. So like, where is that oil coming from? See, that seems, I don't know. Pull that off. Everything's disconnected from this. Oh, there, I got that one fell out of the way. Now what I want to do is get a rag. Get an old rag here. I'm going to pull that off. I got 2 8 bolts here to just pull off. When I pull that off, I don't want that piston just hitting the stuff and you know, denting it up or doing whatever. Sorry about the loudness. Okay, let's put that in here. Okay, here we go. Pulling her off. See, I ain't worried about the chain because you can get to it right now. But that, I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. Like I said, compressions are good. I mean, the oil ring don't look bad, but I got another one to go in there. Just trying to figure it out, you know. What it is, I got another cylinder I've been working on, and I might put it in there. I don't know. This one's got some grooving at the top. I'm kind of worried about, so everything looks decent. The oil ring looks a little, I don't think it's that good. I'm thinking that. Alright, well, there it is. And I'll turn it back on and start working on something. I'll get that piston off and look at it a little closer and look at my cylinder, and I might turn it back on to see some of that. One good tip here, like I had this rag here, stuff it down in there around this. Get you a rag or something, just put it around here, cover up all these holes, Because just taking this little clip out, if it get loose from you, flip on, it can go right down inside there, and then you're going to be having to do some fishing, and then you lost your clip. So try your best to stuff all this in here, keeps dirt out and keeps things from falling down in there. Just a little tip I'll bring with you. I'll bring you back on when we're doing something else.